Do I look like I'm at a disposition or deposition or something? Test, test. Yeah, I'm fine. Is that what you said? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay,
All right,
that's cool.
Mr. Suarez.
Hello.
Hello. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Look at the camera. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Ed Suarez. I'm happy to be here. I am a radio personality, a professional MC, and a voiceover actor. I'm aspiring. It's been fun.
Awesome. So are you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. So you mentioned really quickly about those roles that you have. Do you mind telling me a little bit more about what you do with each of them?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we'll start off with the professional MCing. Basically, what I do is I'm like the quarterback of the vibes for like events. So I like hosting weddings, corporate parties, and birthday parties. I've done a lot of those too. It's pretty cool. So basically what I do as an MC is just control the energy and make sure that the program is working and flowing as smoothly as possible for, the guests. And I make sure that everyone's having a good time. For voiceover work, it's fun because I'm such a goofball and I love playing with my voice. Ever since I was a kid, I had like this fob accent because I'm Filipino. And the fob accent became a piece of my identity when I act goofy. And I get to portray that sometimes in the work that I do as a voiceover actor. And it's fun, man. But it's just basically entertainment. And of course, with radio, my goal is to kind of provide a localized feel in between music and all that fun stuff, taking requests and birthday shout-outs. I just like making people feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like having fun. That's it.
That's awesome. So you mentioned you have a variety of roles that you're focused on. What would you say it takes for a person to be successful in those areas?
Man, so I consider it like the entertainment industry. And I think the entertainment industry, in order to really like kind of succeed, is to have like thick skin. Because even when I started out trying to figure out how to do these things, I didn't really get too many folks helping me. I didn't have any like mentors. So I kind of had to figure it out, especially out here in Guam, because like there's not a lot of resources. So you kind of have to pick around, flip every single rock and find where you're going to find your like worm, right? So for me, I always found having thick skin, being curious all the time and not really caring about what people think. Because for me, I use my voice. And it's not going to connect every single time, but it makes it fun because then you have to figure out, okay, so this didn't work, but how do I connect in a different way? And to be quick is like another big thing, I guess. Just those are the ones I constantly think about. When I'm on a mic, that's me like, okay, it's crazy.
Okay,
that's
cool.
pretty much it.
When did you decide that you wanted to be in this line of work and why?
Okay, that's interesting. So I've been a goofball ever since I was a kid. I was the kind of Filipino that your mom or your dad would be like, hey, your aunties are here. Do the dance, do the dance. So I would dance and they would call me Ocho Ocho, because I had a body of an 8. Like I look like it now too. And they would make me dance. And then I guess I loved the reactions that I would get. And then it kind of just registered in the back of my mind. And throughout my life, I did a bunch of things like ending up on stage. So when I was in kindergarten, I memorized a poem, and then I recited in front of a room filled with teachers and adults, right? And I was like, oh, Dakao, jump over the moon vibes, And it was fun. And for as long as I've done things like that, I really realized it when I found my voice back in high school. And I got to give credit to my teacher, Mrs. Borja Kichucha. She was my drama teacher, and we did a lot of spoken word poetry in class, and writing my feelings and expressing myself really made me feel like, oh, dude, this is like important. Like people need to know that expressing yourself is kind of really, really important. It's not a joke, because when you hold things in, you're like, what do you do with this emotion? I was raised Filipino, and my family, we never really talked about feelings. So that was one of the things I had to grow up learning. But through the art of entertaining, expression came in, and I was like, I want to do this forever, dude. Like, I want to figure out ways to connect with people and make it okay to talk about whatever's on your heart, you know? And it's, yeah, that's pretty much.
No, that's great.
That was a
Thank
long
you for
answer.
sharing. No, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do struggle with being able to put themselves out there, and it's really
Yeah.
important that we have these kind of influential figures that take that step and show people that, you know, it's okay.
Yeah,
So
you guys are
that's
so sweet for
awesome.
calling me influential, by the way. That's so sweet. But yeah, no, for sure, it's so important. I really, like, till the day I die, I'm just gonna be, dude, cry, bro. It's okay, dude. You know.
Okay, great. Next question. What is the most interesting thing that you've seen or that has happened to you?
Okay, so for this one, man, it just happened recently too. Like 2023 was a crazy year. I felt so blessed because I had some opportunities come up that I would have never like even dreamt of, I think. In my head, it was just like a vivid, broad, oh, I'm gonna be standing on a stage doing this in front of people. And in 2023, it was so cool because shout out to Guam Comedy, but they gave me the opportunity to host for the comedians that came from off island. So I had the chance to meet like Tumua. He's a super funny Hawaiian comedian. He's the best, man. That guy was great. And then I met Rob Schneider, one of my he was one of the people that you can do it. Every time I was like, oh, struggling with things, dude. I love sports. Whenever I struggle, I hear the back of his voice in the back of my head. And so when I finally met him, I was just like, oh, this is so crazy. And then I opened for him. And then I was like, dude, what's happening, bro? There's so many people in here. And I feel like that was just so interesting to also get to talk to them and see that they're just us, man. They're just us. They're going through life. They're figuring it out, and they're just doing what they're good at, you know? It was such an honor. And it was, yeah, that was like the most interesting, I think. I was like, dude, I met Rob Schneider, bro. You know, to be able to say that is crazy. Yeah.
That's an awesome career step too, and showing again like locals that they can have what that takes and make those connections. So cool. What is the craziest thing that you've ever done?
That's a tough question because there's so many things in life that just is so random. It's just crazy. Like today, I'm going to talk about today specifically because we're here now. I think the crazy thing, there was a crazy thing that happened today. I had a cup of coffee. So usually I would start my day. And I was taking a sip of it. And then as I was drinking, I looked into the cup and I saw a fly inside. And then I drank it. It was in my mouth. And I was like, nah, And then I went to the bathroom and I spit it out. And it was disgusting. That was crazy.
That was today.
That was today. It was literally before this, dude.
Okay.
I'm still recovering, dude. It's so crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a fat fly too. Let me just say that. Let me just add to it's crazy.
That's definitely a crazy start to your day.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
fun. So what would you say to motivate our youth?
To motivate our youth, just in general?
Yes.
I would say, like, find something that you enjoy and something that makes your heart go, dude, this feels good. And like, keep going until you find it. Because, dude, I've met folks that are way older than me that are still trying to find that thing that's gonna make them happy. And that's the thing, right? With life, it's a constant pursuit of figuring out what that thing is. Like, there's lucky people that have found it and they're just like banging it out right now, you know? But if you don't give yourself the chance or the opportunity to explore a little bit and find what works best with you and who you are as a person, then I feel like you'd be missing out. It's just go for it. I feel like that's really it. Just have fun. It's life, dude. There's so many things to be sad about. Make you and yourself be like the reason your happiness is thriving. That's what I think.
That's
I don't know.
great.
That's a random, yeah, it's a good question.
So my next question actually ties into that one.
Okay.
So answer might look a little similar, but what motivates you personally to get out of bed every morning?
What motivates me? See, I'm a weird guy. Okay, so immediately, the thing that motivates me to get out of bed, honestly, is like waking up to a message saying, "Hey, are you free on this date to MC my event?" And like looking through emails and finding opportunities there. I don't know why. It's such a weird thing for me, but like I get excited to get to work because it's like it's fun, man. It's like I get to play around, like especially for voiceover work when I look through auditions and I find something that matches me and my style, but then it's like an old man, and then I get to play an old man just a little bit, just to pretend. I'm like, dude, this is great, bro, you know? And I think that's what, just knowing that whatever happens today and whatever I have planned is like me taking steps towards what I want to ultimately accomplish. And usually it deals with like work or like spending time with my family and trying to help them out with the stuff that's going on, you know? Just stuff like that, I guess. Because if I lay in bed, then it's, I don't know, dude, what kind of life am I living? I feel like I'd just be so sad. I've done that too, and it's not good. You know? It's okay. It's just, you gotta get up at some point.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So moving on, what does your morning routine look like?
My morning routine. Okay, so usually when I wake up, I hit the bathroom. That's my alarm clock. When my stomach starts to go, then I wake up, I get into the bathroom. I like to listen to nature sounds or classical music while I'm using the bathroom in the way you're probably imagining it. And it's so comforting. I like to start my morning like nice and relaxing because then it allows me to prepare. I usually shave a little bit. I shave because I have to shave every day now. It's so weird. I don't like it, but it's nice. And then I like brush my teeth, you know, a typical thing. And then I hop on my computer, and then that's when I start to go through my emails and sip a cup of coffee.
Got it.
Yeah, that's how I get started.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I feel like I'm trying to fill a number count for an essay. I'm using a lot of words.
No, it's great. Okay, next one. So what would you say is the biggest challenge that you've had to face to this date?
To this date, the biggest challenge. Just in a specific piece of the work that I do, or just like in general?
In general.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Okay. The toughest challenge. Dude, okay. So the pandemic happened, right? That was a crazy time. I'm a social guy. And to have been locked up, unable to connect or talk to people or just, you know, what humans do, that was hard. Because then I had to fill the gap that I had in my heart that was like, dude, like it's been a while since we've gotten creative or even thought about it or did anything because we're all like scared and paranoid of what's happening. So that was a hard time for me, and I really had to dig myself out and find a way to really fill my cup, I guess. That's the best way to put it. So during that time, to overcome it, I started streaming on Twitch. I started live streaming and then letting that be my outlet. And it was cool because everyone else was just in their house. So it was cool to be able to talk to be able to socialize, I feel. That was cool. But that was hard. I got so depressed. I'm not even, dude, it's no joke, bro.
It was a hard time,
Dude,
for sure.
yeah. Toilet paper ran out? Come on, man. Why did everybody buy toilet paper? Good thing I'm Filipino. I use tabo. That's what my family does. And that's okay. But it was crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah. that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So what are 3 words that you would use to describe yourself?
I would like to describe myself probably as patient, optimistic, and like squishy. I don't know. I can't think of another word right now. Squishy, I guess.
Yeah, that works.
It's a lot to maintain this figure.
Got it.
A lot of donuts. Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy. Okay. Moving on. what would you say to your personal merit are the key contributing factors to your successes?
The key contributors to my success, and the stuff that I accomplish. I think just being persistent and consistent. Like, there's so many things in the world that'll tell you no. And that's why I say, like, in the entertainment industry, you just gotta have thick skin, because not everyone's gonna like you. You know, whatever you're putting out there, it's not for everybody. And you gotta believe, or you gotta understand that. Like, you have an audience. And so, for me, I guess mine is, consistency, persistence, and then also, like, just wanting to show up. I feel like showing up is just the most important thing. Like, if you say you're gonna do something and you wanna do something, just get there and do it. That's it. I feel like that's what it is for me. I just
do it.
like Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I feel like I'm slouching. Also, my butt's
Reset.
Okay.
Okay.
Here you go. I feel like we're both just like sinking.
I'm like,
I was like, yeah, we're getting more chill.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Reset.
that's my phone.
All right.
You're good.
Okay. Okay. What would you say is your proudest accomplishment you've had?
My proudest accomplishment? Okay. Okay, so I was thinking about this question, and I think it happened recently. So I was hosting a concert that had 2 stages, probably about, man, it was like a 3-minute walk from one side to the other, I guess,
wow.
if you're walking slow, like pretty quickly. And I had to MC both sides. And at some point at the end of the night, the organizers gave me a heads up. They were just like, hey, Ed, just a heads up. So we have some equipment on left stage that need to move to right stage, but we have to break down, walk it over, set it up before we're ready to, start the show. So I was like, okay, so like how much time do you need? And they were like, can you stall the crowd for like 10 minutes? And I was like, okay. So we have the sponsor list. We have all the special thanks mentions. And I was like, what else can we do? Now I have 7 minutes left. And someone in the crowd was just like, do the Fanogi tomorrow. And I was just like, dude, you know what? I grew up doing this. Like I went to school here. I learned the Inefresi and the Fanogi tomorrow. So I told everyone to just put their hand up. And I did the Fanogi tomorrow and then the Inefresi, like word for word, because I memorized it. We did it every single day. And then it was just like, it took us all the way to the point where they were like, Ed, we're good. And I was like, Inefresi, or like, what is it? What was the last words? Inefresi, yeah. Ibanderon Guam. I'm trying to figure out the word. Ibanderan Guahan. And they were like, we're ready. And I was like, all right, coming up right now. Make some noise. Give it up for Ellie Mac. And then everyone just went from Fanogi Chamorro to yeah. Dude, it was so crazy. And I feel like just being able to like, just for me to like, okay, what's like, what's going to work for the 7 minutes, and to be able to pull that off. I was just like, questioning myself at first, but then like when it happened, I was like, dude, it worked.
It worked.
And then I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna just like not jot that down as like, okay, that's something that you've done. Fanogi tomorrow at a concert. That's crazy. Yeah. So I think that was one. I don't know. Okay. I like that one a lot.
It sounds fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, moving on to another one.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give your son or daughter if they wanted to follow in your footsteps?
How old are they when they express interest, though?
Oh.
It depends.
Oh, it depends?
Yeah, I think it would depend on how old they are. Because I feel like I would have to change the words depending on the age.
Okay, let's go teenager.
Teenager was just like, Dad, I want to be like you. I guess what I would say is, I would probably take them with me. I'd bring them around and just like through whatever the event is, or if it was like voiceover, if they're interested in voiceover, I'd probably just pick up some scripts and then for funsies, just be like, hey, so you be Cinderella and I'll be Gus Gus, And then we're just gonna read the script and then just record it and hang out and have fun with it. Just like I would just like them to have fun with whatever they want to do. So I'd talk to them and ask them about, hey, what is it that you enjoy most about, why do you want to do it? And then from there, just be like, okay, let's try some activities to see if they're even interested. Because I don't want to be like the guy that's like, hey, you gotta carry the family legacy, you know? I'm like, oh, what legacy, Dad? You're like Elmo in the mornings when you drive me to school, you know? I'm like, oh, okay. Some goofy stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just have fun.
I guess you would say with whatever it is that they wanted to do,
Yeah.
even if it wasn't following your footsteps,
Oh, yeah,
just
for
try
sure.
to find out why and help them
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah, because I feel like that's something too that I loved about my family and my parents. They were just so supportive. Even to this day, like there was a little bit of like go to school, you know, because they're Filipino, but then to know that they are kind of like proud of me and what I do, I guess it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool.
But yeah.
Okay.
Am I dancing around the questions? I feel like I'm dancing around it. I can't dance, so it's not a good.
Oh. No, you're doing great. What's my next one? Awesome. Okay. Would you recommend others to pursue this industry, and why or why not?
If you don't love it from the start, don't. Because you're just going to get your heart broken. It's not super easy, but it's not hard too. Like, if you really have a passion for it, then yes. There's opportunities out there to do it. There's so many resources that the internet's available now. We just literally look up ways to do what you want to do. But this specifically, I feel like you have to have love for it, because entertainment is kind of like an exchange of energy. And if you obviously don't like your job or what you're doing, people are going to feel that, and they're not going to want that at their parties. I don't think so. Like, hey guys, welcome to this Christmas party. We're going to do raffles now. Nah, just be fun. Have fun. Enjoy it. You know, if you don't love it, nah, definitely not.
So pretty much have that genuine.
Yeah, just be authentic with it. Like, that should be the intent, because people can smell that and people can sense it, you know. So, yeah.
For sure.
That's what I'd say. I don't know if that's a good answer.
No, that's a good answer.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thanks, girl. You're so supportive.
So, what is one thing that people misunderstand about your line of work and that you wish wasn't the case?
I guess in my line of work, that, I don't know. I feel like not a lot of people really understand what goes on in the work that I really do. Because, you know, like when you think like radio personality, all you get is the product. The guy talking on the air, reading the ads, talking about whatever they're interested in, or like voiceover work. You watch the movies, or MC, you see the guy on the microphone. There's so much prep behind projects, like for events especially, right? Like a few meetings have to happen sometimes where there's like a certain standard that needs to be met. So now I'm constantly thinking, okay, this is the tone, this is the style, and all of this stuff. And dude, it's hard, bro. Like, I don't know, like it's hard. It's hard getting on a microphone. I'm like, when I first started, the first thing I did was a 5K at 5 a.m. And had to be high energy for the kids at I think it was FB or Beneventi Middle School, one or the other. But there was a 5K, and dude, like I had to. That was hard because everyone's just like waking up. They just want to run, and I'm like, "All right, guys, we're gonna stretch," you know. And I was just like, "Dude, it's like 5 a.m. Ed, stop!" Everyone's like yawning. I'm like, "Okay, this is yeah." There have been times where I'm not prepped, and I'm like, "This is the reason why it's like a profession, or like you actually have to put work in. Because if you don't, man, you're gonna, dude." It's cringe, bro. It's cringe. Yeah. I've had it where I said a joke once, and then it was just like out of pocket, and then it was so quiet. And then I was just like, okay, coming up next.
All right.
You know, it was weird. But yeah, just staying prepared, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I think I might have went off on a tangent.
No,
I do that a lot.
Good.
Cool. Nice, we're just doing this now. Just do a montage of us like doing the wave. I'm sorry, I cuss right now too. Cool.
Okay. Next one. Oop, lost it. Okay. What is a quote that you live by?
Okay, I saw that question, and I don't want to mess it up, so it's on my phone. And this is something I believed for, like, dude, I've, like, shifted my mindset to really encompass this thing, and it's from Buddha. Do you guys know Buddha? You guys know Buddha? It's my homie, man. That guy's smart, bro. So Buddha says, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. And it just speaks so much to me because I really feel like when people say your brain is powerful, it really is, man. Like, it sends signals that you can't even see that just brings things to your life. And I did some tests during COVID. This is the time when I was like in the shadow phase, trying to learn more about myself and understand. And during that time, I noticed like my mindset was a little bit negative. And for as long as I was thinking negatively about situations in my life, they would get bad. And I'm like, that's a funky coincidence. So I started to try to shift it. I would listen to these affirmations, just like not even my voice, right? But then slowly it became my voice. And I would think and feel about what I want in my life, how much I want to make, what kind of people I want to be around. And then I was really just like really imagining and processing the type of conversations we'd even be having. And dude, that mindset has changed the game for me. It's crazy. It was wild. But yeah, that's what Buddha. Shout out to Buddha.
Buddha, your homie.
Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, we eat 1 grain of rice every now and then, you know, and that's all we do. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
That's real, right? That's what Buddha does? Yeah. Cool. So that's her sign.
Okay.
Shoot. I'm just getting goofy right now.
Okay. No, that was a good answer. That was
Cool.
a good answer. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So proper. It's
Okay.
great.
Okay. So, what would you say a successful day looks like for you?
A successful day.
Yes.
I feel like if I'm not in bed, I'm moving towards something, doing something. I don't like wasting time. I like doing things that feel like they're valuable to me at some point, even if it's just relaxing or setting aside time to do, like to play games even, just like stuff like that. Just having things to do to contribute to me as a person and make me feel good, I guess. That's a successful day. Just taking steps. That's it. Small
Having that
steps.
intentional time for yourself.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. Move with intention. That's really the secret, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what I think.
Awesome. Okay. What motivates you the most?
My parents. I really think my parents motivate me the most. Ever since we were kids. So when I was growing up, I grew up with my mom until I was about 5. We were in the Philippines, and then we moved here because my dad was here. And from that point on, like seeing my mom's hard work raising us, there's 4 of us, there's the 4 children. 4 children, yeah, my siblings and I. And then my dad also just seeing him like nonstop working and seeing how tired he is and how much he doesn't really take time to rest or relax for himself or have fun. Like that motivates me so much because if there's anything I'm gonna do in my life, like I really want them to just be able to chill. They're getting older now. They're like in their 60s, you know? And I wanna be able to provide for them in the way that they've provided for me and my siblings. Like, I feel like that's that's my mission right now. That's what I really wanna do. Yeah, like we've had some real conversations. Like I talked to my dad, like, "Hey, Dad, how much debt are you in?" And then he'd tell me, and I'd be like, in my brain, "Okay, we're gonna figure this out, and we're gonna get that out of the door." And then, you know, that's how I think about that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Honestly. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, that stuff makes me cry, man, because my dad he works so hard. He deserves everything, and my mom too. Yeah.
I love that answer. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. What would you say is the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
The best piece of advice. Man, that's tough. Advice. I don't know, but I feel like one of my friends have mentioned or said to me before. I don't know who specifically, but I remember the voice like resonating in my head, where there's just like, dude, don't even worry about what people are saying. You're like doing your own thing. Just keep going and do what you do. Because at the end of the day, if you're not enjoying it or you're not happy, then what are you doing on this? What are you doing with your life? And I'm like, okay, that's true. And that's why I like repeat it a lot too. I'm like, bro, this is like the ideal, I guess, mindset for me. So thanks, friend, whoever said that. Dude, call me out. I don't know, dude. I don't know who said it.
Comment down below if you're the friend.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Next one. What movie, book, person, or TV show would you say changed your life?
Family Guy. Because I'm a goofy guy and I like voices and I like to watch funny things, and it just made me feel good or some type of way. And then just watching the show, I'm just like, when I was a kid, I was just like, that's the one. That's it. I want to do that someday. I want to be on a cartoon making a goofy voice. You know, I feel like it'd just be so much fun. Yeah, I don't know. That's a TV show that I love so much. And The Office. The Office is great.
Oh, yeah.
I just like comedy stuff, goofy jokes.
Cool.
Yeah, keeps me fresh, I guess.
Okay. Our next one is, if you were to devote the rest of your life to philanthropy, what would that be for you?
Okay, so for me, I have a brother who is, like, he has mental health issues. So he's like diagnosed schizophrenic, he has bipolar disorder, and he finds it hard to like function, you know. And I feel like if there had been resources or help for him to figure out how to deal with it when he was younger, like, I feel like he'd be in a different place in his life. And I feel like for me, because he also got into like messy stuff. Like at some point, like the drugs got into the, you know, the vibes, bad vibes. Let me just say that, you know. But yeah, so I probably try to get into like figuring out how to rehabilitate or help people process emotions, like whatever line of action that is, like that's what I really want to do. And like later in my life, I really want to contribute to that because I feel like we need it. I really feel like we need it.
No, that's beautiful.
Yeah, really. Yeah, dude. Ugh. Yeah. It took me so long to figure out how to process my emotions too. And it's not talked about enough. It's life is not easy, you know, and I think that's one of the things that need to be made into like a trend. Let's make a trend, guys. Let's do a dance. Express your feelings, you know, something like that. We gotta.
Okay, we'll work on
TikTok
that.
or something.
Okay.
No, but for real, like that's it.
Okay, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
All right. So high achievers typically overcome many challenges and levels of stress on a regular basis. How would you say you overcome your daily struggles and stresses?
I found power in taking a step back to breathe and figure out what's really happening. Because usually when high pressure situations happen, they happen like unexpected and quickly, right? And you can't really deal with a situation if you don't fully understand it. So even just to take a quick step and be like, okay, what's happening right now? How do we fix it? What are the, you know, what's the move? Like that's usually what I do. I like to detach really quickly and then figure out the best way to reattach to the situation. That's how I do it. Yeah, I guess.
Cool.
That works.
All right, and this is our last one. What is one core value that you wouldn't ever compromise, ever?
It's being authentic. I feel like being authentic is super. That's like, everyone should just be authentic. There's no reason to be someone else. I feel like there's too many people out there that are already other people. Why do you want to be that? Come on, man. You're your own self. Just, you're interesting to somebody out there. And that should be good enough. Yeah. Because the people that aren't meant for you, they're not going to be in your life. So don't waste your time trying to attract that kind of energy. That's what I think.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks.
So we're going to do a little rapid fire question portion.
Okay.
Quick answers that come straight to mind. Got it?
Okay.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Let's do it.
What's your favorite book?
The Alchemist.
Oh, I've read that actually.
It's great, right?
Who's your role model?
My grandfather and my dad. Those are the two.
What is your go-to restaurant? Doesn't need to be just on Guam.
Doesn't need to be just on Guam. Honestly, dude, probably. Oh, that's a tough one. Lee Garden.
Okay, cool.
I love Chinese food. Yeah.
What's your favorite word?
My favorite word? Puet. That's the first one. The first one that came to mind. That's what happened. You said
Good.
rapid. You said rapid fire, girl.
No. That's.
I like that one.
Okay.
Just go around and saying it everywhere.
Awesome. Okay. Whew.
You
Next
got it.
one. What's your favorite travel destination?
Can't go wrong with the Philippines. It's always fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
true. What's your favorite music album?
Encore, Eminem.
Eminem.
That was
solid
great. That was my
choice.
first album ever.
Oh wow.
I think my only one. It's my only album.
Oh, my only album.
And then Spotify came out, so I'm like, I have all the albums now. You know.
Okay, cool. Okay, what's your favorite song from that album?
Mockingbird.
Mockingbird.
Mockingbird was
Got
great.
it.
I love it.
Okay.
Memorized every single word. Cried while I rap it.
Okay.
Mom's doing so, you're just doing your best. I'm doing my best too.
Okay.
It's great.
Cool. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie of all time, My Sassy Girl. It's a Korean film, and I love it.
Cool. Do you prefer to hear good news first or bad news?
I like bad news, because then we could be like, but this happened.
True.
That's cool.
Cool. What is one thing that people find annoying about you?
Ooh, that's tough. What is one thing that people find annoying about me? Oh my gosh. I swear I thought about this.
Oh.
What do people find annoying about me? I guess my high energy all the time. Like I talk like this a lot, all the time. It's too much.
24/7.
It's too much. Even in my sleep when I talk, it's like this. There's no difference. It's terrible. I have that sleeping app, so I know how I sound when I sleep and snore and talk. It's like a full-on conversation. I'm just
yourself?
kidding. No, it's not real. It's not real. No, that would be so creepy, dude.
I was like, oh, all right.
You need to go to get an exorcist or something.
Next one. What's your biggest pet peeve?
When people don't wipe their camera lens before they take pictures on their phones. I hate that.
Oh, yeah.
I get so mad. I'm like,
Oh.
wipe your front camera, dude. Like, it's so blurry. How can you not tell? Look at the light. It's like a fuzzball. That's not how it should be. I hate it. There you go. Good job.
Are you for AI or against it?
I feel like it's inevitable. We just got to figure out how to work with it. Keep it out of the hands of evil. I feel like we're going to be in a Terminator movie soon with the AI type stuff.
Are you ready for retirement? What is it? For retirement. Oh, okay. For retirement or not?
For retirement? What do you mean by retirement? Just retiring, doing what I'm doing?
Legislation wants to pass like a law that says they want to change the age of retirement to much older. For example, would you want your dad to retire and rest? Or?
Oh, yeah. For retirement, I feel like it's fair. You spend your life... Dude, we spend so much of our time working. Heck yeah, retirement.
Cool.
That's what I think.
And last thing. What is one thing you like to say to close this video out?
One thing? Okay, cool. Like one word or one phrase?
Phrase. We can go
Okay.
phrase.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it. The question. Okay, cool. All right. Well, my name's Ed. You've just been fed. I'll catch you guys on the radio.